up, everyone? This is SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop. We're coming at you with a super spicy episode 189, and we're recording on May 16th, 2022. I'm Doug, and joining me today we got Warren.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
And Anita.
Hello.
And as a quick reminder, check out SojuTalk on your favorite podcast platform, sub to us on YouTube, and join the SojuTalk Discord and be a part of the nation. If you want to join the SojuTalk Discord, it is at discord.gg/SojuTalk. All right.
Very nice.
Announcements. A big shout out to our new Fuego patron, Jay Yee. So shout out to them for joining the
thank you.
Thank you.
Patreon. If you joined in the last 2 weeks for our Patreon, Warren's gonna handle all that once he goes home. So if you're not on the ending slide yet, you know why. Just letting you all know.
For the folks on YouTube, you probably have noticed that I'm once again back in Michigan's basement. I'll be back in New York next week, I promise. So I will have my high quality mic there. Not right now, I have a little tiny one. So.
All right. Big new releases this week. We're covering 2 songs. I don't know if I'd call them humongous, but they are songs.
Yes, they are songs.
Objectively, though, this is an opportunity for us to cover some artists that we don't cover all the time. So the first one on Friday, Woosung with Phase Me. So his company now is Wolfpack. He debuted 2017 with The Rose. His last 3 songs were Dimples, Lazy, and Beautiful Girl. Okay. This song is a very Woosung / The Rose song. That's how I'm gonna come out and say it, right? If you've previously listened to Woosung's other things or The Rose's other song, very similar. I think it really is attributed to the Woosung kind of airy falsetto-y thing he does with his voice a lot, is the way I'll put it. And he does, again, in this song, do it, like, constantly. I saw some people in the reviews saying they can't stand it. I saw other people saying, someone was saying, like, they can't just get down with it. And other people were like, that's my favorite part of his voice. So I think it's a bit divisive, the way he sings. I like it. I do feel like, with this song, though, it was fine. I really liked when they went through the verse and then the chorus the first time. We had the whistling chorus thing. Kind of sexy, kind of cool. But then, the song basically just copied and pasted. And then they did it again, and then the song was over.
It was short. Like this, it's structurally like it was under 3 minutes, 2:50, I want to say. So I feel like technically it is very short, but if you notice it, I think, because it feels like, well, to me, when we got to the last bit, I was like, I feel like there was room for another one or a bridge or something, but it kind of just ended abruptly in a way.
I think the only real difference I saw was in second chorus they added some more guitars than in the first chorus.
I think what happened was the big change in pace, right? Is the first verse, which has a more acoustic sound, acoustic guitars.
More rockish.
Right. It's a lot more rockish. The drums are a lot more acoustic is where I'm getting this, right? And then once you hit the second verse, that part of the song is modeled after the chorus, which is a lot more groovy and a lot more disco-y almost. A lot less acoustic and more pop. That's not a perfect analogy, but you get the idea, right?
Yeah.
And I like the change of pace there, and I think it worked to a degree, but I do feel like it was building to something that never really popped off, if anything. So I think the pacing there could have worked a little better. But then again, I going back to what you said at the top, Doug, I am the type that enjoys his voice a lot, and like I do enjoy the way he ends his notes a little bit. I'm not gonna attempt to do it because it's
it's like they inject some air in the back half, right? It's a very distinctly Woosung thing right now, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
He like wavers his voice a little bit near the end, and like I like that it's a continuing thing for him. It's obviously a very active choice. That's not like, oh, I can't help but do it. That's so not. I feel like that's still not true. If he claims it is, it's still not. If he doesn't, I don't know. I'm not a Woosung fan, but at the end of the day, the result is it works. Maybe you don't like it, but it's a very strong identity for this guy, and like you can't complain about that, right?
I agree with that. I wanted to talk more about the music video though, because to me, I feel like that kind of added more to the song itself, since the song is quite short. But I thought it was very interesting how they were trying to do the moth to a flame type of bit. That's what I understood it as. especially with like the costuming.
Oh.
And you know what I
that's
mean?
totally right. Oh, okay. Yeah,
I
that
guess
makes
Yeah,
sense.
and then
Yeah.
with they had like a light, right? That's flickering, and I'm guessing like that's supposed to be like the candle, the light. But what left me a little confused, and I don't know what it was supposed to represent, was the cocoon-like object next to this light. If you remember, it's in the beginning shot, and then again towards the end. And I feel like I wasn't sure if that was meant to represent him or the other person. I don't know. I was a little confused there, but I got the general gist of like the storyline of he was the moth, but he's no longer attracted or following this light, this person. I was just a little confused as to what we were supposed to do with that cocoon thing.
Wait, no. I think you're onto something here. Let's try to play that out because I did not catch on to that at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I just thought they were doing some funky dances. That's what I thought it was.
Well, no, I was thinking because the wording is very interesting because it's face me, right? Like it doesn't
Right.
bother me anymore, right? And I
Right,
feel like
right.
okay, that makes sense, but I felt like the visuals were like, this is not a butterfly. This is something different. It's an insect, and the wings that he has in the music video at some point look like a moth's wings, right? So I figured like, oh, okay, it must be like that phrase, moth to a flame. You know, like you just can't help it, like even if it's bad for you, right? So I feel like that was the wordplay that we were going with, but I still felt a little confused with that object that's still there. Like the cocoon thing, because it's not there all the time. It's like when he has a different costume, like a blue costume, and his eyes are like white, which is also a little confusing. I didn't quite get what that was supposed to represent.
Maybe this is what it is. Maybe that's him that's come out of the cocoon.
Okay,
Maybe that's just him trying to be edgy, guys.
maybe.
No. Maybe.
I mean, like, I thought it
But,
was
like,
very
no.
interesting. It's cool.
I'm looking at the cocoon, and like nearly every shot with the cocoon, there's a visible hole in it, like as if someone
hole.
crawled out of
Okay.
it. And I'm looking at the first couple shots of the music video again, and it kind of looks like he just crawled out of it or something, you know? Like,
I like that explanation. It makes sense to me.
Okay,
go
That makes
you
sense
and
to
me,
too.
Anita. Look at us.
I thought
doing
he had
the
like
English
I was
men.
I was like, man, not a lot of budget on the costuming in this one. He was shirtless a lot. Makes sense now. I thought he was kind of doing a Jared Leto Joker thing, but now that you guys have explained what you think it is, it makes way more sense to me. Because I was just like, it was the same vibes.
No, I will admit, like, I was like, so, like I mentioned earlier, I'm in Michigan. I'm at my family's place, and the entire time I'm watching this music video, I was like looking back. I was like, I hope they're not watching what I'm watching.
Okay,
'cause it's
little sauce. This music video.
It's a little sus. Like I don't want them to.
At what point he's got a girl in a tank, like a
Right.
fish tank. Like,
right. That was the moment. You know how that always happens. Like you'd be watching.
It was a pretty suggestive music video.
Right.
Like straight up.
Um.
Hey, if you're someone like our Mod Wolf who really likes Woosung, great for you. You took a big W this week, right? If you're not into that, big L. But that being said, I think it's an interesting music video. It's a very distinctive music video for a very distinct sounding guy. That's what I want
His
to say.
tone, yeah.
Yeah. I like that they're building off of his tone.
That being said, I would have liked the song to do a little more, maybe change it up a tiny bit more than they did. But overall, I don't have too many complaints. Just like, I feel like it just ended a little briefly, like a little quick.
Yes, we could have done a little bit more.
I think what they tried to do was change up the pacing and add a lot more weight to the transition that happens after the first verse, and that never really happened to me because I never really got super engaged with the first verse either. Like I felt like they were trying to build this super serious tone, if anything, but the entire time I was complaining about the drums and how loud it was.
But then it switched, though.
Right, but like, you know, I don't
You
think
thought it was too late?
No, I don't. I just don't think it was a good build up into the switch. You know,
Ah,
and that switch alone isn't enough to make the song super, you know, heavyweight on its own. You know, it needs a little
okay.
more length, is what I'm saying. Like
Alright.
you guys, we agree. Look at
Let's
us.
move to the second song. Came out today on May 16th. It is Astro with Candy, Sugar, Pop. So they're from Fantasio. They'd be 2016. Last 3 songs were After Midnight, One, and Knock. And then they won 9 music show wins so far. Yo, with a name like Candy, Sugar, Pop, I was thinking, is this a J-pop girl group song or something? I don't think this name, I get why it fits the song a little bit, but it seems like I was expecting it's a bubblegum girl group style song.
I could swear there was a
Really?
Japanese song for Twice that was kind of like that.
Is there?
Oh.
Okay.
Candy Jelly? Jelly?
Candy. There's a song just called Candy.
Oh, okay. HOT?
Bacon.
No, there was Candy Pop 4 years ago. That was their Japanese debut or something.
Oh. You missed the
Is
sugar
that
one.
the anime? Oh,
That's
wait.
the anime one.
It's the anime one, right?
It's the anime one. Yeah.
Okay. See, that makes more sense. That being said, a lot more funky than the actual and retro-y than the actual name Candy Sugar Pop, right?
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
Anita, how do you feel about this one?
I don't know. I feel like this vibe, very boppy, very, I don't know, more fun, less dark vibe. It suits Astro very well. I feel like the songs that I've really enjoyed from them tend to be of that genre, of that concept. So I'm kind of glad that they went this route. Since I haven't I've liked their previous tracks, but not as much because they've been pretty consistent in a more darker, serious tone.
Yep.
And this is kind of a switch up, kind of going back to that. And I enjoy that. I think it progressed really well, even though this song as well is quite short.
Yes.
Yeah, it's under 3 minutes. But it didn't feel like it was missing things. I think they kind of just made it very compact, where verses, choruses, bridge was all done very efficiently, I guess. Where it happened, it came, and I didn't feel like it was cut off, if that makes sense.
It felt like a proper course menu, but it
Yeah.
was very.
Yes.
There was this one time where I went to a sushi place with my girlfriend. It was it's one of those omakase places that's kind of
Oh,
trendy
the
in New York
bougie,
right now.
expensive ones. Okay.
It was a nice day for us.
Okay.
And we got a reservation kind of last minute. So we went in for our time, and the moment we sit down, the sushi chef brings out our first piece.
Ooh.
And they were like,
Yes.
eat this. You're the first piece ready to go right now. And we got our course pretty quickly, I think. And this whole experience reminded me of that a little bit, where I like what I'm eating, I like what I'm getting very, very quick, and I, at the end of the day, I felt very full with what I got, it was a very nice
Satisfied.
meal. Right. But I still wanted more because it was nice,
So you'll go again.
I kind
Right.
of agree with that.
Oh, yeah, I'll go again. Yeah.
I
Right.
had a good time with the song. It was pleasant. A little bit of a switch up. I was thinking they did Knock. I was like, man, that's a lot different than this current song, even after the midnight. I listened to the song a couple times. This is pretty pleasant. But my problem is it's good, not great. I don't know how to say it though. It's
No,
a very enjoyable song, but I wouldn't call it a Hallmark Astro song.
Yeah, I feel like I would agree that it's not necessarily my favorite song to date from them now. I feel like it's not super experimental. It's not a brand new thing for them either. But it's really nice. And I guess if you're into the more brighter sound, the more lighter boppy sound from them, this fits that very well. And since they haven't done it in such a while, I don't know. I guess it makes it more refreshing for me.
I felt like it was a very nice, easy listening piece, right? This is what easy listening is and should be, right? There's not too much energy. The amount of energy is good. It's good on the background. If people play this at a house party, nobody's gonna complain.
No,
Right?
it's boppy.
Right? It's the perfect vibe for put what's the Lizzo song that's popular on TikTok right now?
About time.
About time. Put that in front of this. Put the Bruno Mars track. Shoot, I don't remember anything these days. You get the idea. These songs work really, really well as these listening pieces, and I think they did a really, really good job of that. Particularly because I feel like the members' voice tones match this vibe really, really well, right? Like the rappers, for instance. I'm sorry, I don't know their names.
Rocky.
Rocky? Okay.
It was one of them.
Wait, you said his name is Rocky, like ASAP Rocky?
Yes.
It's spelled like that, yeah.
Okay, well, Rocky, he's unlike ASAP Rocky. He's not a good rapper, but
Rocky and Jinjin, right? Rocky and
Jinjin, yeah.
Jinjin. Okay, Jinjin is the name of my teacher's previous dog. That's also really nice. What I'm trying to say is they're not good rappers. I'm sorry, but what they do is perfectly sufficient and, if anything, very, very suitable for this track. And this is a nice production for them that suits them very, very well. Do you get what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
a
I
good
can
match.
see that.
Right, it's a good match. Could they have done better? Yeah, but like this was perfectly fine, and if anything, really, really nice, and probably one of the best choices for their rap tone. You know?
Yeah, I feel like I wanted to also mention because I was trying to notice that one member, MJ, who is their main vocalist, I believe, is kind of not very present in some of the shots, and I was like, oh, what's going on? And then I saw a live performance, and he wasn't in the performances as well.
Oh.
So I kind of did some background research, and I don't know if you mentioned
military? Military.
Yeah, he
right?
enlisted in the military on May 9th, which I don't know. I was trying to think, like, this is so interesting. Why would they release the song with him? Like, he was there for the recording and everything for this, after he is already confirmed for enlisting.
If I remember correctly, MJ did a bunch of trot stuff last year.
Yes,
And then
he did.
went on a health hiatus in January, and now he's going to the military. Something like that. I think that was like the stretch that he's had lately.
Well, I guess to kind of give the defense there a little bit. For idols and for people who push off their military as far as they can, sometimes they get a literal letter that says,
"Oh,
you need to enlist like now, or you're gonna be in jail." So, I don't know. Like, if I was MJ, I wouldn't want to go to jail. So I think I would
want to
maybe
go to jail. All right, obvious, Warren.
I'm just saying, trying to put you guys in his shoes a little bit. Okay, so I think the song was nice. I think one thing that I did want to complain about a little bit, and I'm saying complaining because I know I'm nitpicking, is that if you listen to the mix a little bit, the bass is very, very not there. You know what I mean? No?
Yeah. I mean, I can kind of see what you mean, because I didn't think it was super memorable.
Not even that. Like, I feel like if you want to go and do a song based off of a disco rhythm, you need a strong bass rhythm that really backs up the entire track. And if you look at songs in this realm that I've like really, really liked in the past, like DM or We Go by Fromus 9 or Feel Special, but not Feel Special. What was the English song for Twice?
The Feels?
The Feels.
Yes.
The Feels. Sorry. The Feels. Similar names. Anyways, those songs, if you look at those songs, they have really, really solid and really, really strong bass lines that also they have a lot of presence, but also plays a really nice role in the entire track in creating a harmony. And here it was missing a little bit. That's where it felt a little taken back a little bit. Maybe if the bass was there could have been a little more energy and a little more groove, but my butt needs bass to shake too, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay, so Twice, all right, I want to talk about Twice real quick. Twice released, because you mentioned them, Twice released The Scientist in November. It feels like they've been gone forever though, for some reason, doesn't it?
They've been touring all over America.
Oh, true, yeah.
They were literally in LA.
Just feels kind of bad, like, I don't know. I feel like we're missing a lot of big groups haven't done their first offering of 2022 yet. Maybe that's just me.
Yeah, I can see that.
Oh, yeah, I agree with you.
About time.
At least BTS is coming back relatively soon, so at least that's like the big hitter.
Yeah.
But like, if we think about people who had big years, like aespa, where's aespa at? Like, where'd they go? Blackpink, we gonna do anything, guys? Like, I guess Coachella came and went. We didn't even see Blackpink there. Like, what happened? I don't know.
To be determined.
Yeah. At least we got Red Velvet.
I like that one.
We did.
Yeah,
yes.
that was
Bro, we
good.
broke that down for like weeks. That was, God.
We need a follow-up music video.
We need
Come
something
on.
else. We need more lore. Come on.
Well, I'm excited for the BTS comeback soon. Let's go.
All right. Other big releases this week include Roic with Hiding Words. We had Cypher with Fame. Is Cypher... I always get Cypher, and... Are they the Rain group? They're the ones under Rain? I get them and the one with Dongpyo always mixed up.
I will look this up. You finished talking about what you're talking about.
Yes, it is. Cypher's the Rain
It
group.
is?
All right.
Okay.
Oh,
Jung
yeah,
Seyoon with Roller Coaster. We had BI with BT featuring Davida. That's a pretty good song.
Wow.
We have Hyo, who is also known as Hyoyeon from Girls' Generation, with Deep, and Davichi released Fanfare. Also, shout out to Davichi. He's getting married in that group.
Oh,
Cheers.
congratulations.
Yeah, that means some news. All right, Spice King last week. There was 4 people on the chart. Woods, I Hate You, picked up his first crown. Icon with But You came in second, and there was a 2-way tie for third with TXT's Good Boy Gone Bad and Size That produced and featuring Suga. The only new candidates this week, the 2 we covered, Woosung's Phase Me and Astro's Candy Sugar Pop. I don't know this chart this week. It took like it's a tough one.
New additions.
Tough one. You know why it might be actually tough for me? If you look at the chart, the 6 people I just mentioned there,
Uh-huh.
all guy related stuff. You know?
Yeah.
It's kind of surprising to me. I don't think this ever happened before. That being said, I think out of the stuff there, I still have Woods in first place.
Oh, nice.
A song that is trending up for me is the TXT song, Good Boy Gone
Really?
Bad.
Okay.
I'm going to put that
Wow.
in second. And in third place, I'm going to put Astro with Candy Sugar Pop.
Nice.
That is
Very
my chart this
nice. Actually. Because
You
moving
have
on
the
to
same
my
chart?
chart,
Do you have the same one?
third place is also Astro for me.
Okay.
I don't know. I guess I really liked the vibe that they went with, and visually, I thought it was really cool. I like the color palette. I like the graphics. It was nice. I like this Astro. I'll be honest. I think I've always mentioned it that I like more of their brighter stuff. So, I'm not disappointed, to be honest. And second place, I'm gonna keep Icon.
Icon? Okay.
Yeah, they've also been doing that retro thing, so I like the switch up on some groups here. The male groups going for a lighter, brighter sound. Let's do that. And in first, I also have Woods. I like the punk sound, the rock
Boom.
sound, so I'm gonna keep it in first.
My internet was pretty bad for a couple seconds there.
Oh,
so I
no.
don't know what you guys said. Do I sound okay right now? Actually,
You
Yeah,
sound
you
fine.
sound
You
good.
sound fine.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I can hear you guys now. So, however, I do know that the songs on my chart is I don't think I heard it. I don't think I heard it when you guys were talking about your charts. I'm gonna pray it's the internet's fault.
Are you putting La Seraphim in third or something?
No, not third.
First?
No. They're on second.
Second.
Okay,
Oh.
They're on second. Wait, how'd you know the Seraphim's on second for me?
I know because of the way people have been voting. Let's just say that.
Oh,
Keep
really?
going.
Okay, look, I don't know why people have been voting for this song, but for me, at the very least, I've come around on it, full 180. It's a good track. What can I say?
It's a good track. It's a good track.
It's groovy as heck, yo.
Yeah.
Like, man, I mean, look, I get it if you think it's a little boring, and I still think it is. But like looking at my SojuTalk playlists that I listen to every week while doing this podcast, it's such a great break in pace. Like just so
This
good.
this is week 3 La Seraphim, right? I want to make a take though.
Yeah.
The I've Love Dive song is significantly better though.
Ooh.
That's my take.
I don't know about significantly.
I like Love Dive. It's like it's a good song.
Well, sir, you should be putting Love Dive on your chart.
Bro, I'm not putting week 7 Love Dive on my chart. Like, come on.
All right. Well, I am pulling an Anita, and I'm putting Fearless. I'm putting Fearless on second.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, you're a verb now, Anita. That's what you are.
Oh dear.
Well, look. Out of this week, Candy Sugar Pop is the track I like more. Honestly, there's not really a strong reason why. I think both songs are nice, but I think I have a personal thing for songs in this realm, as you have noticed in the previous weeks or months or years for that matter. It's on third for me. It's on third.
Nice.
Astro?
Yep.
Yes.
Nice.
Astro's on third. Which leaves me with one place for first place.
Yeah.
It's TXT, isn't it?
TXT with
in
Good
it.
Boy Gone Bad is not on my chart. No.
Whoa!
Okay.
Icon?
No. Yep, it's Icon.
Icon
Wow.
still. Okay.
I think they really do a good job of balancing this dream poppy sounds and the retro sounds. And I think it's a good room for them to expand. Do I hope they'll expand into it? I hope so. Do I think they will? Given YG's previous track record?
All right, Gochu Gang. I can't believe this happened. In first place, Le Sserafim Fearless
Wow.
with 25 points.
Y'all are simping.
Second place, TXT with 22.
Okay, yes.
And then they had a two-way tie for third place. They had Woods, I Hate You, and they had Psy with That.
Okay.
So I calculated this up. Oh, wait, what do you guys say, Warren? You wanna make fun of them for picking Fearless?
Well, I can't make fun of them. I put them on second. Like,
yeah, you did
literally,
the same thing.
I literally cannot make fun of them. Anita, make fun of us now.
I couldn't bring myself to do it.
How the
I really couldn't
turntables.
have. All right, I summed it up. First place this week, picking up his second crown. Woods, I Hate You.
Let's go.
Eligible for Hall of Spice next week. And then in second place, two-way tie. So there's no third place this week. Two-way tie for second. We have Icons But You, and we have Le Sserafim Fearless, and that is the chart for this week.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
TXT just
wow.
missed out with 6, so it was 2 points away from getting into third place. That's kind of crazy. The chart, man. I don't know how I feel about what's on the horizon. Like, what do we got? Any game changers? Next week, One Us, One We. I think they're both releasing songs. AB6,
All right.
G Friends Yedin's making a solo debut, and the big one on Monday, Got7. I hope it is
Yes.
like a Got7 A track, not like a
Got7.
sentimental song or like a commemorative song. I want a real song. I'm really
Yes.
hoping for it.
Make it
I
happen.
think this is one of Got7's most significant songs that's going to come up because they have full creative freedom on what they release. So this is going to be the song that most purely sums up what the music they want to produce is going to be this one.
As individuals, as free agents.
Yeah. So I'm excited for that. Show winners though. Hey, it's broken up pretty evenly. Anita, hit us with them.
Yes, we have 3. We have Im Young-un with If We Ever Meet Again, 1 on M Countdown and Show Music Core. So 2 total wins for him. And then we have Psy with That, winning on Show Champion and Inkigayo. So 2 wins there. And then Le Sserafim with Fearless. They won on the show and Music Bank. So those were their first wins ever. 2 wins so far.
Le Sserafim is honestly popping off right now. It's
Those
doing
sales. Remember the sales?
It's doing pretty well.
Big boy numbers.
Yeah, people are very excited for that. Kind of short part 1, SojuTalk episode 189, but it is what it is. We'll be back after a short break. 3, 2, 1.
Hello, SojuTalk Nation. This is Anita here with a quick PSA. If you would like to support SojuTalk Kpop Podcast, please like, subscribe, or follow us on whatever platform you're using. And consider joining our Patreon at patreon.com/SojuTalk or donating to us at paypal.me/SojuTalk. On behalf of the crew and myself, thank you. Now back to our regularly scheduled episode.
We are back at it with part 2 of episode 189. Let's cover some news and events from last week. First one, BTS wins 3 awards at the 2022 Billboard Music Awards. They won Top Duo/Group, Top Song Sales Artist, and Top Selling Song for Butter. With their 12 wins at the Billboard Music Awards, BTS has now surpassed Destiny Child for the group with the most wins at the awards.
Oh wow! I didn't know it was held by Destiny's Child. That's been a while.
So Destiny's Child won 11, and BTS now has 12.
That's crazy.
That's a big number. Then
Kind of crazy, yeah. Second one, MLD Entertainment announces Lapillus.
That's kind of what it looks like, yeah.
Lapillus? I thought this was like Lapis, like in Minecraft, but no, it's Lapillus. Which is going to be Momoland's younger sister group, which to debut in June. I don't know if we've even secured the Momoland front, but we're debuting another group. The group name is Latin for jewel that changes color according to the direction of the light.
that's pretty cool.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Nonaka Shana from Girls Planet 999 and Shanti. I might have butchered that, but she's a Filipino Argentinian will be a part of the group.
Very nice.
Filipino
I like
Argentina.
Shana. She was really good.
Momoland's in like a weird situation. Like, I don't know what's going on there. We had issues with Daisy. And then there was an issue. I remember last year, I don't know if you guys heard this, but one of the staffs took changing room photos of Nancy at one point or something.
I think I remember that, yeah.
That was kind of weird.
Yeah.
And Momoland as a group after Boom Boom have been kind of considered like a meme group, for better or for worse. I don't know what's going on. We'll see what happens though. I hope they don't go for like a Momoland sound. I think they got to switch it up. Is what I'm trying to say for this new group.
They probably will, I think.
All right, next one. G-Idol has announced the Just Me Idol World Tour. They're making stops in Seoul, LA, San Francisco, Seattle, Dallas, Houston, Chicago, New York, Atlanta, Santiago. Why did I get an accent all of a sudden there? Mexico City, Monterrey, Jakarta, Manila, Tokyo, Singapore. People gonna make fun of me for that. Want to go Santiago? Hey, it's not Italian. I don't know what happened there. But I feel like people keep calling it world tours, but they never go to Europe. So I don't know, like.
That's true. Yeah, no.
European K-pop fans just get screwed. Like they just straight up get screwed always.
Well, didn't they recently have like a Germany thing with a whole bunch of groups recently?
They might have. I don't know.
K-pop Flex Frankfurt 2022. They had Dreamcatcher.
But as far as tours, though.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not tours, but maybe
soon.
Maybe Europe isn't the part of the world.
I was supposed to go to a G-Idol show I think it was in New York or New Jersey before the pandemic. I had bought tickets. Yeah. I had bought VIP. Like it was in the middle of nowhere too. I was gonna drive myself to it. And then it never happened. I got refunded like a year later. Hey, at least they're making a tour now. They're stopping at all the pretty big cities.
Santiago.
Santiago.
Is that in
Chile?
Chile?
Santiago, Chile.
Wow.
Mexico City, obviously Mexico. Monterrey is also in Mexico, right? So we're making two stops in Mexico.
Man, I feel like Central America and South America is like also never a part of the world tour, but not this time. Not for G-Idol.
Yeah, shout out to G-Idol. It makes sense though. Wait, why isn't there a Thailand stop?
Oh.
Considering they have Mini in their group. I don't know how I feel about that, you know? Doesn't make sense. I don't know. All right, lastly, Alexa, representing the great state of Oklahoma, has won NBC's American Song Contest with her song Wonderland. So, if you weren't paying attention to this, American Song Contest was on NBC. It was hosted by Kelly Clarkson and Snoop Dogg. And it was essentially Eurovision, but in the United States, where you represented a state and you sang, like, you had a song. It's a competition like that. So there were like unknowns, but then they were sprinkled throughout. There were like celebrities, like Michael Bolton was involved.
Yeah,
obviously Alexa's involved. Let me look it up. There's some other people that I recognize.
You mentioned Jewel earlier.
Jewel, yep.
Yeah. Solo singer.
Who else?
Wait, so
Macy Gray was in this. Like, yeah.
So Alexa beat Macy Gray, Jewel, and Michael Bolton.
Yes. Correct.
Wow.
So,
man.
Alexa made it to the grand final. I think the only other real famous person in the final was Michael Bolton. He was in there too.
Makes sense.
That's
Makes sense.
crazy.
She got like 5th place on the jury vote, but then absolutely crushed the public vote. Like,
Let's go.
stomp. Her public vote score is higher than the 2nd place guy's total score.
Wow, there you go.
Wow.
So the Alexa fans hard carried. Shout out to Alexa. She got to go to the
Yeah.
Billboard Music Awards as well. I saw that.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. There's a funny video similar to when Somi broke her winning trophy. Similar thing happened.
Oh no.
There was a video of that. Yeah, but shout out to Alexa. She's doing things.
I feel like the moment you put internet voting with a TV show like this,
And a K-pop
then
style
K-pop.
thing. GG.
man, GG, it's game over.
No, like I think Alexa is the ultimate K-pop hustler. She
Oh,
out
yeah.
here
Oh
hustling.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I'm looking at her Wikipedia page. She made an acting debut in a movie. That
Oh, I
came
didn't
out
know
in
this.
April. She's doing a lot of stuff. Alexa's done podcasting before. She has a YouTube channel. Like
Dance covers.
she's put in so much work since she was on Produce 48. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
God dang. Audition. I think originally she was in some audition shows held by Soompi, the news agency. Like all the way back in 2016. So she's gone a long way.
And like she doesn't stop releasing music either. Like she's not doing poor with her actual stuff either.
No, she's doing good.
No,
Yeah,
like
shout out to her. She's the ultimate hustler.
oh yeah, big shout outs.
All right, open discussion. There's 2 things that wanted to be brought up. Do we want to talk about the serious one or the funny one first?
Talk about the funny one
Funny.
first.
The funny one? All right, funny one. It's been brought up again in our SojuTalk channel. There was a big discussions about vegetables, and it really came down to the 2 vegetables that are most controversial for the SojuTalk crew: onions and tomatoes. Seem to be the most 2 controversial vegetables always for us. Let's
When did
go
he
around.
Talk about this?
Let's go around and state how we stand about onions and tomatoes. I'll start first. Onions for me, raw onions. If we're gonna put raw onions on something, I need a really light amount, like on maybe like a sandwich, a little bit maybe, or a hamburger, a little bit raw onions. Cooked onions, fantastic. I love them on everything. Caramelized onions,
Whoa.
sautéed onions, all of that
Okay.
stuff is great for me. Tomatoes for me, any type of cooked tomato is a good tomato, right? That's how I feel about those. Raw tomatoes, again, small amounts, or maybe if it's used in conjunction with other things like a caprese salad, or maybe like a pico de gallo or a bruschetta, fine. Raw tomatoes by themselves, god awful. That's where I stand on those 2.
An extreme.
Yes.
Oh god.
Anita, how do you feel about
Nita,
that?
you should go first.
I'll start with tomatoes. I also agree. Tomatoes are quite tasty with seasoning, cooked.
Cooked.
I think is the best.
Cooked.
Anything tomato paste base is great.
Tomato paste is basically caramelized onions for tomatoes. It's honestly.
I don't know about that, but
It's a cheat code.
it's good. I think tomato in the cooked form, I can't really complain about it. Raw, in its natural state, I don't love it. I will avoid it if possible. But like, hey, if they have a slice of tomato on the hamburger, you know what? It's okay. I'll eat it. Because
So,
with
but
other things.
you're not eating pico de gallo.
No, because
What kind of fake
pico de
Mexican
gallo.
are you?
You don't
Pico
like
de
raw
gallo.
onions and raw tomatoes, so you ain't doing pico. Not
I ain't
pico?
doing pico because there's raw onions, and raw onions are like my least favorite vegetable out there because I can't stand the really strong taste. Like it like burns. It smells. I don't know. I get how people like it. It adds a lot of flavor, but
So-
it's
No,
just
you
a little
don't.
too much
If I
for
cooked
me.
up like
No,
a
you
barbecue,
don't. You don't get it.
If I grilled up a barbecue chicken sandwich, right,
Uh-huh.
and sometimes you put like a raw onion on that, like a McRib from McDonald's, you ain't down for that.
I will take it out.
Okay.
I don't understand. They're both fine. You crazy monsters.
I cannot pop cherry tomatoes, dude. It's just not happening.
Okay. No. Okay. Here's my take on this. You guys are crazy. You guys are weirdos. Look, onions. I'm not gonna take an onion and eat it like an apple. I'm not doing that. That's stupid.
So when you eat jjajangmyeon and they have the onions and they put a little vinegar on top, you down for that?
That is like half of the joy of you going to the Korean Chinese place.
My God,
That's like half of the reason.
Okay.
Dip it
I
in some
respect it,
chunjang.
Warren. I respect it. It's just not me.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You're just saying that. Poo-poo liar.
Honestly, that's the only way I could eat raw onions. I like that with the
Okay, yeah. I feel like if you're eating raw onions, it needs to be mixed into some kind of food. You need some sort of sauce, whatever.
Bro, my dad puts raw onions on like everything these days. It's bad.
But like he's putting it on something, like it's not like
he's
him
putting it on stuff.
biting it into like he's not biting into it like an apple, like that's what it is,
Still, it's a
Okay,
lot.
tomatoes.
Can't
I have eaten tomatoes raw like an apple. I have eaten cherry tomatoes like a snack when I'm trying to lose
Okay.
weight. Like it's great. I don't. Why do you guys not eat raw
It's
tomatoes?
too tart. It's too tart.
What do you mean too tart?
It's too tart and too juicy. Man, like
What's wrong with juicy? You don't like juicy?
A big thing for me that is, I guess, that is a factor as to why I don't like certain foods is texture. And I feel like
tomatoes have terrible texture. Dude,
raw
unless they're
tomatoes, like
cooked.
the inside, right, is a little too squishy for me.
You are crazy. Tomatoes have like the most interesting texture. That's like half
I'm
of
not
the
saying
joy.
it's not interesting. It's interesting for sure. It's just not the thing that I would like to eat.
You're admitting you have poor taste, is what you're saying.
No. I'm just saying the tomato texture is not for me.
Yeah, and what? Chocolate tastes horrible? Was that what you're gonna say?
No,
that?
chocolate tastes great.
American chocolate is a little overrated though.
That's true.
Let's not get into
So
chocolate.
do you want to know why though? So American chocolate, somewhere in the chocolate process, uses a chemical that it is similar to the stuff in puke. So that's why when
What?
foreigners eat American chocolate, they think it tastes like puke.
Oh, I didn't
Wait,
know that.
I had no idea foreigners think this. I feel
It's
like
not.
if
They
you
don't
go
think
to-
it's like they don't think it's pukey, but they think Hershey's has a light puke taste. You can look it up.
Oh, jeez.
Man,
Milk chocolate or just all chocolate?
Milk, they're like the base Hershey's.
Yeah, I'm not a
news
fan
to
of
me.
milk chocolate. I like darker chocolate.
You don't even like milk chocolate. What's next?
No, I mean
Anita?
I like it, but if I had a choice, good quality dark chocolate.
All right,
mean,
go
yeah,
on. So Anita, if I gave you pico de gallo is a no go, right? If I give you a taco, you ain't putting raw onions on it, right?
And not if I can help it.
Okay.
Okay. If it's caramelized onions, are you still picking it out of your
Wait,
burger
do you like
or your
cooked
taco?
onions, Anita?
See, in small amounts, I am okay with it because I feel like onions cooked, they add so much flavor. Like
So
literally,
fajitas.
yes, like so much flavor. You we in my household, like we cook with onions, of course, and it adds the flavor. I admit it, but I don't love the texture. So I wouldn't say like give me
French
all the
onion soup.
onions.
French onion soup. Is that a no go?
Well, is that one that's blended, isn't it?
No.
Yeah.
There's
No.
sometimes
What?
some string. Like, there's sometimes some texture left.
Right, but it's all mushy and gooey, not like yes, raw.
I need to go to
Onion.
Panera Bread and get French onion soup and let us know what you
Oh
think.
dear, a review.
How do you guys feel about since you don't like textures, I'm assuming you don't like squash.
Wait, no, I like. Wait,
No, I'm
No,
talking to Anita, not
That's
you.
a different. I think that's a little bit of a different texture and flavor as well. Like depending how much you cook it. Yeah.
words flabbergasted.
I don't understand. It's like you're saying 2 + 2 is 8 or some shit,
Wait,
Like,
what was your least favorite vegetable again, Warren? Was it carrots?
yeah, carrots are ass.
Wait, no, carrots. I can eat. Here's a funny thing. I can eat carrots raw. Cannot
Little
eat
kids
tomato
eat
raw.
carrots.
I like carrots, dude. Cooked carrots are delicious.
Fun fact about me, right? I used to be a carrot enthusiast.
What happened?
This is not a lie. When I was a little baby, I lived in Germany. Fun fact, I was born in Germany.
Oh
No.
yeah, German. Yeah.
I grew up in Frankfurt. I don't speak an inch of German, but I was there. And back then, apparently, my mom got a good deal. My mom got a good deal on carrot juice, apparently. So I would go ham on carrot juice and actual carrots for that reason.
And you got
as
sick
well.
of it, right?
That's what I think happened. Because
Oh.
all I remember is me hating on carrots. And my mom was like, you used to love them. What happened to you? And I was like, I don't like them.
My grandpa hates corn because he remembers eating it when he was poor. So that's why I don't like corn.
It's so good though.
That's what it is. I hated being 3 years old. So I have erased all memory
Oh,
of being 3
jeez.
and eating
That's
carrots.
the worst. That's the worst.
Well, thank you for understanding, Anita.
Yeah,
Alright.
I understand. I understand.
Yeah.
It's wrong, but I understand.
It's better than your reasoning of the textures. Bad. Great
No,
texture, by
no,
the way.
it's not.
Tomato textures are amazing. You
I
just
can't believe you don't
tripping.
like pico. So you don't eat salsa then?
I eat salsa.
But it's
Salsa
like,
has tomato.
You blend that.
oh, so
No,
you like a not chunky salsa then, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, God, you're a monster. What kind of person are you? I always buy chunky salsa. Just period.
Good for you. More
What's
for
the- what's
you,
the-
Warren.
what's-
See, I'm doing it for you. But there's
What's
more for you now.
what's your go-to store-bought brand, Warren? Pace?
Oh, I always buy like
Tostito?
No. I try to buy the ones that are like made at the store.
Oh, at the store? Okay, the
Those
price
are
though.
better. Yes.
Those are always better, and they're always chunky, Anita. They're always
Said,
chunky.
If you have to buy a store-bought brand, I like Pace over the other ones, I think, typically.
Mm-hmm.
I like
Those
Pace.
are nice. Yeah.
All right, you want to pivot to the more serious thing? All right.
All right, look. I was following this story, that was kind of growing on Twitter. I follow a whole bunch of like. Okay, just quick context, right? I don't see ourselves as like super legit folks who do K-pop.
We're small fish still.
We're just 3 idiots in their basement. I'm literally in the basement. Talking about K-pop. I follow like actual journalists and stuff like that to see like what their opinions are sometimes. And this guy was retweeting something about the upcoming BTS album and how it has a track called Filter by BTS. Filter was, I think, so the anthology album is going to have a lot of their songs from their previous albums. That's the whole concept. Filter, I think, was on one of their more recent ones. I think Mot 7, I forget exactly. Filter's on it, whatever. Filter is written by a guy called Bobby Jung or Jung Bobby. If you're familiar with Sisters Barber Shop or Autumn Vacation, he's a band member there.
Okay. He's an artist.
yeah.
I didn't know.
He's an artist, but he also writes. He's been writing for Hybe for a couple of years now. And Sisters Barbershop is one of the all time OG indie bands in Korea. Great stuff, right? And then this guy got arrested for sexual abuse
Oh,
twice.
jeez.
One of the victims committed suicide at some point. This is some serious crap. So, I think reasonably so. One of the journalists was like, is it the right thing for the new anthology album to have a track written by this dude? You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, yeah, I can see it.
Right, because this guy has had some criticisms, has had some controversy. Hybe, for the most part, has tried to steer away from that crap as much as possible. So he wrote a, pretty critical piece about it.
The journalist.
Right, the journalist. And obviously, because Korean journalism is copy and paste, a whole bunch of other people wrote the same thing as well. That happened. I think that part, I think I followed. After that, what happened was a lot of fans, I presume, of that company, decided to attack him, the journalists. Now, I am not saying this happened with every member of the fandom, because I know I've met you guys. You guys are normal people, and you guys are fine. But there was a good. I saw the list of DMs that this guy was getting. There was a lot of DMs. Like there were
Screenshots.
Right, like literal screenshots. Way too many to be faked or anything. So I'm gonna go off and assume that this guy's like not on a wild goose chase to kill Hybe fans and Hybe, right?
So
Yeah.
you're so to sum up what you're saying, journalist writes article saying, "Hey guys, it's." So he was criticizing the fact that they were probably including a song that was already released by someone who had sexual assault arrests on this new album, right? That was
Yes.
the article.
Yes.
And then what you're saying is the result of that is that there was crazy fans DMing the journalist who wrote that, saying a bunch of crazy shit, including death threats and racist stuff and things like that, right?
Death threats, racist
Now,
things.
what I want to say is obviously, if you're a decent human being, you don't do this, right?
Yeah.
But two things I want to point out, sort of like what Warren was saying, is that this is a very tiny subsection of a humongous fandom, right? But people are often overrepresented in when big things happen by the extremes on both ends, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So this
right.
is the toxic subsection of a fandom, which is obviously bad.
And I do want to be very careful with what I say here, because I'm very literal when I say I've met like fans in real life, and they're very normal people. And
Yeah.
I also want to say that, from my opinion, people sending hate DMs on Twitter specifically, if you look at the profile pictures and the profiles of a lot of these crazy people sending these DMs, it's oftentimes these faceless accounts who feel that because they have anonymity on Twitter, because you don't have to put your name, you can write whatever you want as the title of your account and picture, you can pretty much get away with anything. Right?
Right.
I think that this type of situation brings up the whole ethical discussion of, should you require people on social media to represent themselves as individuals, or like only be allowed to have one account on a platform. I think that this is one of these type of situations. Because I would wager that if these people who are writing these crazy texts had to use an account that was linked to them personally, they wouldn't.
Right. And like in a context like Korea, for instance, where a lot of your social accounts literally is registered with your social security number, a lot of this is trackable. However, that has not stopped a whole bunch of people from writing hate comments online.
I agree.
Jeez.
Yeah. So I feel like connecting your accounts, one account per person, that I feel like that only works to a certain degree. Because I feel like it's a very psychological thing, this whole mask persona thing. But going back to the whole reason of why I bring this up, right? There's two reasons why. One, right? Based on the people on Discord and based on the people who reach out to us, I feel like you guys wouldn't be one of these people. Because the fact that you listen to our podcast where we're very critical about K-pop, it you're probably not going to do that. But if you know a person who is participating in stuff like this, tell them to stop. This is not good. This just doesn't make sense, guys. Stop. The other part of it is, my larger concern is the comment that journalist made while he was posting the screenshots, right? Because he was like, this is what happens when I criticize a large K-pop group. This is the reason I cannot openly criticize, these large entities anymore. And whether you like it or not, criticism needs to happen. Don't get me wrong, hate should never happen. Hate speech is poo-poo. Don't do that. Civil conversations, civil criticism is, at least in a capitalistic society, that is like the core of things being driven forward and improvement after improvement. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's where I'm worried about that a little bit.
Yeah, no. I feel like, to add on to that a little bit, I also feel like sometimes it's beneficial to be a little critical, to have improvement, I think. So like, instead of ignoring an issue, sometimes you do have to say like, hey, this isn't, I don't know if this is right, and unfortunately some people take it not very well, but I think it's necessary sometimes, as long as it's civil. Like, we've talked about this before about like hate comments and like spamming and to artists, to individuals, right, that are within the media. And I feel like if even when what they did is very wrong, or like, you know, if it's kind of gray area, I feel like it's never a good response to be in that situation, to stoop that low, to be like hateful and like sending death threats to others. Like I don't think that's ever a good response.
Right. And I understand that like I have a different perspective than a lot of people because I am a designer. Half of my job is listening to criticisms about my design, and that's a part of my job, like literally professionally. Like I've been told that my designs look like they I've been told one of the weirdest comments I got was like that they look like a shoe that's been worn 13 years.
What?
So given that, like I understand my skin's a little thicker than other folks, right? But like, you know, like being a little more open and civil about ways we can move forward is kind of necessary for everyone involved, you know? That's the way I take it. Because if we're just saying nice things to each other all the time, it'll feel nice, I guess. I don't think I'll feel nice. I feel like that's not genuine, you know? That, yeah, this is kind of why I like, sometimes when people leave long comments, I'm willing to read those a lot more. Because I'll be like, yo, like, clearly there's a reason you guys care so much about whatever topic that, you know, made you guys pissed off. I don't know. You guys got anything more to add? Getting a spam call.
Okay. We tiptoed around even talking about this, to be honest. What I will say is, if you whether you disagree or agree with whatever article this dude wrote, because I didn't read the article, so I have no clue the extent of his criticism or not. Whether you agree or disagree, there's a way to be civil about it, and I think that being uncivil about things like this is just not useful at all. I think that leaving comments telling someone to go kill themselves over an article they wrote is probably not a great thing to do, objectively.
Yeah.
I feel like if you are... Okay, so I think K-pop fans get a bad rap from people who don't like K-pop because of sometimes how defensive people get about groups they like. I think this is an overall thing. This is my honest take as someone who's been listening to K-pop since like 2008 and who's become an adult from the time I was like an 8th grader listening to K-pop, right? I feel that sometimes it is unhealthy to... I think discourse is fine, right? I think being civil about things, disagreeing, if you wanted to say, I think that you could have been like, yeah, this article you wrote criticizing them for putting the song in, I would be like, fair, that is fair. But this song was already released. We're just re-releasing it, right? I think if you made a discussion like that, whether I agree with you or not, I think that's a fair thing to say. Telling the guy who wrote the article to go kill himself, probably not okay. And I think that doesn't reflect well on K-pop as a genre as a whole, right? And it doesn't represent well on the group that you like as a whole, if you say things like that. And my overarching feelings on this type of thing is that K-pop is supposed to be... what I would like K-pop to be is this all-inclusive place. People discuss the music they like. They have a good time about it. And I think that sometimes the way that certain fans act about K-pop, being super defensive about groups with no room for any discussion, no room for any differing opinions, it doesn't reflect well on K-pop as a genre. And I think we've come to the point now where, because of the way certain fans act in K-pop, it gives a bad rap to everyone else who's engaging in K-pop in a healthy way.
Yeah.
I don't know. I honestly feel like we're preaching to the choir sometimes, because like based on a lot of people that I see around us who actively voice their opinions back to us once we release these podcasts, you know, I feel like we are preaching to the choir a bit. I do feel like the type of people who are, you know, telling the reporter to do crazy things to himself, they're probably not listening to this already. But I don't know. It's just an awkward and kind of unfortunate position to be in right now. I don't have the power to change it.
All right,
I
way
don't know
to
what
make
to
us
say.
talk about this awkward topic, Warren. Thanks, Warren.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring it up.
Okay.
Just be nice, people, please. Be nice.
All right. Next week on Tuesday we have One Us. Wednesday AB6 and Yedin's solo debut. So she is from G-Friend. Now she's a soloist. Friday we have One We, and on Monday we have GOT7.
Let's go.
All right. This has been
Just one
Soju Talk, your weekly shot at K-pop with episode 189. I'm Doug. I'd like to thank Warren and Anita for joining me this week. We'll see you guys next time, everyone. Wait, next time, everyone. I don't know why I can't even
Next
think
week.
right now.
Next week.
Next week,
time.
everyone. Bye.
All right. Bye. Woo.
Special shoutouts to our Fiesta patrons: Bagel, Based Nina, Brian, Shadow, Cotton Ball, Delmonic, Ellie, Genki Boy, Goku Mama, Jacob, Liam's Games and Toys, Luke Daniels, and Jay Parks. Tier, thank you for joining SojuTalk. And special thanks to our Discord server mods: Jacob, K Music Erde, Koala, Mafiar, Max, No Bias Nuna, Tuggles, and Wolf297.